Hello, kindergarten. This week we're going to make a cute little crocodile. And this is what he looks like. Okay, so you need a large piece of green paper. If you don't have a large piece of green paper, you could put two small pieces of green paper together, like glue them together or tape them. Or if you only have white paper, tape two pieces of white paper together. And then you'll have to color your crocodile green. Alright, so you're going to need crayons, a pencil, I'm going to use a marker so you can see it, scissors and glue. And you're also going to need a small piece of white paper to make the crocodile's teeth. Alright, so we're going to start in the middle of the paper. On the side, I have the paper sideways with the alligator's tail. So crocodile. Putting a dot there, and it's going to be a line up and over and a line down and under for his tail. And you want it to be about as big, as long as your fist. So if you make a fist, make it at least as long as your fist. Alright, now from the tail, I'm going to come down and make a crocodile's leg. So he's going to get 3 toes. So 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to go back up. Now I'm going to put a little line there. And I'm going to make another leg. 1, 2, 3. And back up. Now I'm going to make a larger line that's a little bit curved for his belly. And then I'm going to make another leg. And then another little line. And the last leg. Now I'm going to do the crocodile's back. So this line's going to be a little bit curved also. And you want it to end right about where the leg ends. Now I'm going to do 2 humps to make the crocodile's eyes. So 1, 2. And then I'm going to draw a line all the way over to the edge. And I'm going to curve around and come back all the way to under where the first hump ends. Now I'm going to draw a diagonal line so he has an open mouth, curve around, come back, and then the space is open, so I'm going to connect it. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is use our crayons. Now, I had little white paper circles for its eyes on the one that I showed you, but I can just color with white to get the same thing. So I'm going to put a little black dot in the middle. Or it's more like a gray color, actually. And then I'll just do white around that gray. All right. Now I'm going to need 3 colors. I'm going to use brown and yellow, and this is kind of like a darker green color. It's not the same color as the paper. So with the brown, I want to make lines that go across the crocodile. So I'm just drawing some lines. Even down his mouth, in his legs. Okay. Now with my yellow, I'm going to make lines that come down. This is what's going to give the alligator a look like it has scales. Or lizard skin. And then I'm going to use my green to do some more up and down lines. Now, they don't have to be perfect. I'm doing mine pretty quick, actually. Okay. So you may pause the video if you need to, so you get your colors, your stripes made. Okay, so the next thing we have to do is cut out the crocodile. Now, if you can't cut out the feet, if that's a little too hard for you, you can just cut like this. You see how I left the feet together? Or I should say the legs. Now I'm going to keep that green paper because I'm going to do something else with the green paper that I'm getting rid of. cut around the mouth. Okay. So what I'm going to do next is take a little bit of this green and I'm going to make myself a nice long rectangle. Now I want to make triangles to go down the alligator's back and tail. So if you have a rectangle, you should cut the end off and then just put that piece to the side. Now this is called cutting this way, that way. So I start at the point and my scissors go this way. Now I'm going to turn and my scissors are going to go that way. And then I go back to this way. Then I go that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, and this way. So I'm going to get rid of that other end piece. Now I've got a bunch of triangles. So I'm going to turn my crocodile over to the back. And I'm going to put glue, just a little stripe of glue on the back. And I'm going to start laying my triangles into the glue. Then I'm going to add more glue so I can get it all the way to the end of the tail. Alright, so I had a couple extra triangles. I'll just get rid of those. And then when we turn him over, he's got spikes. Alright, now we're going to do the exact same thing we just did, but we're going to use a piece of white paper. So let me grab a piece of white. And I'm going to cut out a rectangle. Actually, I'm going to trim that a little bit more. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to get rid of the end piece. And then I'm going to cut this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way, this way, that way. Okay. Now I've got my teeth, my white triangles. And I'm going to turn my crocodile over again. And I'm going to put glue on the top of his mouth. And then I'm going to start laying down some triangles. All right. Alright, and then I'm going to put glue on the bottom, and I'm going to make my triangles face up, sort of in between the triangles on the top. See how they kind of match? Okay, and then you turn it over, and he's got sharp teeth. So there is our crocodile. So I hope you have fun making your crocodile, and I will see you next week. Bye.